What is going on, everyone? Hello, 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 and welcome back to another fire episode of Just My Opinion Reviews. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. And guys, we are back for another great episode of Power Book 4 Force Season 2. Episode 7, titled Chicago is Heating Up. Tommy and Diamond continue gaining territory behind Miguel's back, but Diamond is pulled in other directions. Gennaro gets more than he bargained for. Tommy puts Vic's loyalty to the test. Damn, I can't wait to talk to you about that last sentence right there. Guys, if you did not know already that this is going to be a spoiler-filled recap, my boy Lamont right here, we're going to spoil this thing up, down, left, right, in, and out as if you've already seen it. That is your warning. That is your warning. That is your warning. And like I said, man, I'm not by myself. Lamont, what's good, my brother? How you doing today?
I'm here, man. I'm here to try to uplift people with a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of power theories and things that we think are going to happen, and just try to be a genuine warrior to your channel because I'm living in your presence, my brother, and you are the superstar.
Already, man. No, you the superstar, man. You the superstar, and I appreciate you being here. Guys, if you love what myself or Lamont has to say, if you did not know, you can follow both of us on social media. His information is in the description box of this video. And like always, he is on my channel tab, that top row VIP section. And this is what his swole back channel looks like. Go ahead and subscribe to him as well and show him some love. And I'm pretty sure towards the end of this, he's going to be talking about him discussing power even more on his channel with the epic lies that he discussed. But let's go ahead and get into this. Lamont, at the end, I really did like episode 5. I thought it was fire. And then when we
Okay.
came back for our recap for episode 6, I was like, not so much. Shanti was acting crazy towards the end with her mustache twirling. Yeah, I'm an evil villain now out of nowhere. And then we
Uh,
got the bad acting from the daddy, and he abusing his son verbally outside, and Diamond choked him out. I did like that. But this episode was a step up for me. I do like.
yeah.
I'll be honest with you. Episode 6 was probably my least favorite of the whole
What?
season. It was.
Okay.
I mean, because it's been good for the most part, but I didn't really care for episode 6. But episode 7, man, this one right here,
Mhm.
Chicago is heating up. I really did like it, especially with the way it ended. I was like, oh my God. And we can go in any order that you want. It don't really matter to me. But the title of this episode, man, is really fitting. Chicago really is heating up. We got one crew that got booted out. The Serbs, they've been cut off. No, we ain't
Oof.
serving you no more. And Merkovich is going to try to retaliate in some form or fashion. We got
Of
3
course.
episodes left,
Of course.
and I
Of course.
cannot wait to see that. But we also have a new group coming in, the DSD. And I
Mhm.
forgot the exact name that the distribute. I forgot the Street Devils, the Street Devils. I forgot the first D, but DSD. I like them, Lamont. They seem like they're not effing around. Okay, we got Mr.
No.
Puerto Rico with the jersey with the shotgun in Tommy's face. He not effing around. I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, there was a lot of moving parts in this episode. Hopefully everything can come together at the end, and there also be no loose ends by the end of the season. But a lot happened, man. Chicago is really, really heating up.
On
And
fire.
I
Yeah.
mean, I still kind of have my nitpicks here and there with the
Mhm.
certain character at the beginning of this episode. But overall, I'm entertained. I'm having a good time, and I cannot wait to hear how you felt about this last episode. How did you feel about it?
Loved it, man. It was another step up from 6, which I did like 6. This thing had everything we wanted to see. The only thing we didn't get to see was Tommy's family. We didn't get to see D Matt. We didn't get to see
That's
Kate.
true.
We didn't get to see JP. We don't know what happened to Leon's real father. We don't. I can guarantee you he's not gone forever. But what we did see was all steps in escalation, all steps to more cliffhangers, and I enjoyed every minute of it. I even like what the showstopper was doing. Fuck a Shawn Michaels. We got Shantae, the showstopper. And I enjoyed what she was doing, but I think she's getting her arms a little too tangled for things she ain't gonna be able to handle in the end. So wherever you want to start, my brother, let's go ahead and let's
Yeah,
rip.
yeah, yeah. Let's start with Shantae right here. You know what I'm saying? We got this scene kind of towards the beginning of the episode. Now,
Hmm.
I know that every video we upload on YouTube is the first impression for somebody.
Right.
So some people may not know how I feel about powerful, strong, able women, especially when they're dealing with men. Me personally, I love a woman that's badass, that can kick ass, that's not afraid and takes no names. I
Hmm.
really do. I've said that a number of times, not really in Power, but just other, martial arts movies, action movies, whatever. And for the first 5 episodes, I really did like Shanti. I did not like her at the end of 6. Like I said, my intro, the mustache twirling villain thing, got on my nerve. However, I did like her. It was a step up for her. Well, I'm still mixed. My emotions are all over the place with Shawnee, but I will say I didn't really care for this right here, man. At the very beginning of the episode. Now, again, there were some other things that she did later on in the episode that I liked, and I'm gonna praise her for it. But this right here, man, where she slapping up our boy and throwing him down and like, hey, if you ever betray me or Jannard again, I'm gonna kill you and knock your teeth out. And I'm like, it just seems so random and out of character for me. It just, I mean, I don't like the acting from her. I'm not saying that this gentleman right here was my favorite character, but him getting bent over metaphorically, it was just kind of weird for me. How are you feeling about this scene, or just really Shanti overall in this entire episode?
I love Shanti's arc in this episode. You know, I am a fan of powerful women and especially powerful Black women, just because of what they have represented for the country in America. And even though she's a character, which is why I'm talking about her the way I talk about her, I like what she did in this episode because she is the leader of her block. And
Hmm.
her boy Raheem stepped to her and he did what a good soldier is supposed to do, which is give good counsel. He
Hmm.
told her, "You're digmatized, okay? You feel me? You are digmatized by Jannard, and it's causing you to do things that you shouldn't do that's hurting the business."
Right.
And like any true villain, and I'm not going to say smart villains because smart villains, when they want to intimidate their underlings, they don't necessarily just get in their face and beat them up. That's usually a villain who's not that bright.
Right.
But she got in his face, she beat the hell out of him. There's a reason they call her the showstopper. And she stopped his show cold and told him, if you ever cross me again, nigga, you gonna die. And he looked as scared as anybody, all get out. And it just lets you know how they are building up Shanti to really be that sister. And she even told Raheem that I am that bitch.
I don't know, man. I'm glad you like her. I did. I liked her later on in the episode. Like, I didn't like her here.
Right.
But I did like her when she stepped up to Claudia. When
Oh
she
yeah.
was like,
Loved
"Hey,
it.
let's get this business. I know that you was trying to work with Jannard, but I think
Mm-hmm.
that we should just do this the way that Claudia was like, hey, 60-40, split it my ways." She was like, "Bitch, bye." She was ready to bounce. I like that. That was cool. Right there. I was like,
Right.
okay, okay, Shanti, I can F with you right now. You know what I'm saying? I like the way you're moving. I like your energy. I'm liking all of that.
Right.
So that was cool. I do like that. I like the fact that she pulled up in the club, in the private club or whatever, when Claudia and her new girlfriend, her old school friend, was just trying to have a good time, and the dude tried to rob them with a knife, and then she came through and saved the day. I loved all that. Mind you,
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how you can. I really don't understand the mindset of those men thinking that they can rob somebody in a party and still try to kick it there. I just knew that they ran and down the stairs, got in the elevator, but they gonna go in the other room and kick it like, hey, yeah, let's get some. I'm like, what are you thinking? Shanti did come through and save the day, but what's your commentary on that whole situation right there? Her beating ass in front of everybody. What you think?
Bruh. Well, I'll go back to what you said about when she popped up at Claudia's house.
Mm-hmm.
And not only did she pop up at Claudia's house, she popped up, made herself at home, told Claudia, "Bitch, go get me a drink."
Yeah.
And, and I loved every minute of it because Claude, fast talking ass, really ain't got that many soldiers, and she's popping pills. She's selling pills. But the
Mhm.
problem is she don't got no distro. Shanti has the distro, and Shanti is now Claudia's muscle. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this theory out there, B. Avery. I'm gonna go ahead and put this theory out there.
Okay.
Claudia wants to get down there and munch on Shanti's carpet. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Wow.
tell you why.
Wow. Okay.
When we get to the club scene, and I didn't like this from Claudia. I didn't like Claudia saying this, okay? I ain't like this coming from a white woman in the show. They get to the club, Shanti done put on a wig, and you can't see her cornrows anymore. And Claudia's gonna like, "Oh, Shanti, you clean up well." And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
she wasn't dirty when she came to your house. I actually
Mhm.
liked her better with her cornrows than I did with that funky ass wig
Yeah.
looking like
Yeah.
one of the Turner sisters or something.
Mhm.
And I really loved when she stepped up to the plate and she knocked out old boy. All that did, be Avery, was turn Claudia on. Not only did it turn her on, but the power from Shanti, the money Shanti is making her, she's in love with Shanti. And I could see that story going down that road.
I God, I really hope it doesn't just oh man.
B, Claudia wants to get down there and munch on that carpet.
I did not see that happening at all. I didn't see that
Mm-hmm.
happening at all.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you think it's gonna happen?
If it does, it'll be because Shanti is trying to use Claude. Claude is not feeling that girlfriend of hers. Claude is trying to use the
Oh yeah,
girlfriend.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, not at all.
at the very end, you've seen some jealousy coming from the girlfriend as it pertains to Shanti, the showstopper,
Mhm. Right.
because the girlfriend mom is on the board of some ritzy white club, and Claudia clearly was like, let's bring in Shanti because Claudia is a damsel in distress. Claudia needs muscle, and she
Yeah.
sees Shanti for several things. She can get me money, she can be my muscle, and she can be my hustle in the bedroom.
Right,
And
right,
when she told girlfriend, let's bring her in, girlfriend's like, nah, fuck that. This is for us. And
right.
Claudia, really Cloudy, as she calls her, really didn't tell her no per se, but you know good and damn well Cloudy is gonna get Shanti involved in that situation, and it's gonna piss off the girlfriend, who will eventually realize that Cloudy don't want her, and she's either gonna go run to the police or she's gonna jump ship to the CBIs.
I think the girlfriend is gonna die. I
I
don't
do
see her
too,
making
eventually.
yeah, I don't see her making it out of this at all. I can picture Claudia throwing her over a balcony or something. You know, I,
Yeah,
I really
easy,
can.
easy,
Easy,
easy.
easy. Just
Yeah.
the white girl just saying something like, I love you, and we can do this business together. And why are you treating me this way? She's like, oh, you stupid bitch, and just pushes her or something like that. I,
Yeah.
I can I can see
Yeah.
that coming a mile away. I would be happy with that right there. I do
Did
agree
you
with
like
you
the
as
way that club looked? That club looked like they in the damn Sydney Opera House and shit.
yeah, yeah.
Tapestries in the background. And did you see the inside of that club, my brother?
It was quite nice.
Yeah.
If I knew where it was, I may give it a visit myself. To be honest with you. So yeah, that was dope right there. Yeah,
Yeah, buddy.
they kicking it. And the cornrows were better than this wig right
Yes.
here,
Thank you.
in,
Yes,
in my
bro.
opinion. But I don't know, man. This cat right here is a clown. Like I just don't. Man, that the audacity, just he was bold with it too. Like it's mine. Matter of fact, won't you give me your shit too? Like, what do you think is gonna like? Man, you're crazy. You are crazy. You are
His
crazy,
problem
man.
be
So
he's the definition of a bully, and he's also the definition of a pussball. Because
yeah.
he thinks that he's in this place that's predominantly women and he's a man. Hell, he's not even that tall. Showstopper's taller than him. You damn fucking Napoleon complex.
Right,
He
right,
thinks that
right.
because he's a man, that intimidates everyone. And I guess to this point, everybody has been intimidated because he wouldn't be sitting around in there chilling. But the
Yeah.
showstopper came and gave him some sweet chin music. And I'm wondering, will Power have him do some kind of retaliation, go call the police or something, or was this a one-hitter quitter?
That would be interesting. Just to spice things up. I wouldn't mind seeing some type of retaliation.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this though: how are you feeling about the relationship between Shanti and Jannard? Now,
Mm,
I do like the
mm,
fact that I think it was either I can't remember if it was episode 5 or 6 when she was kind of slapping him around, like, hey, get your
yeah.
shit together, clean up, all that's cool. I like that. That's what's up.
Hmm.
She and at one point she was just really seeming like a down ass chick. Like, I really like you. I'm down for you. That's cool. All men in the world want a chick that's just going to support them. However, in this episode, it just really didn't come across. I don't want to say real. It just didn't seem genuine to me. She was laying there. I guess she decided to show her breast, show her titties and stuff. And that was cool. But it's just it's what I'm saying is it's weird because on one hand we get this hard exterior like, yeah, I'm Shanti now. I'm a new woman in town and we're gonna take over and I'm smarter than everybody. Rah, rah, rah. But then when she gets to the north, she's like, hey babe, you okay, babe? What's up, babe? It just, I don't know, the back and forth, it just seems kind of silly to me. I don't know how you feel about that, but it just doesn't seem that genuine. Am I tripping or do you feel somewhat the same way?
No, I think you're tripping on that one, brother. I've been
Okay.
around. I've been around women who work like they're like CEOs, lawyers, doctors, and the stress that they deal with on their job makes them be Shanti in the club punching white dudes in the face. But then when
Hmm.
they come home, they want to take off that veil. They want to be the queen to a king. They want to give themselves up to their king. And I can see that that's what she did when she felt like she handled her business. She got
Hmm.
the bag and she wanted to tell Jannard about it.
Yeah.
Problem
Yeah.
is, Jannard ain't feeling her messing around with Claudia because he know that Tommy got that heat for Claudia. So no, it
Hmm.
felt realistic to me. And she's submitting herself to Jannard, basically the man that I think she really loves. But at some point in time, this relationship, my brother, is gonna be tested. And the fact that Jannard has that picture of Tommy messing with Miguel's brother, and he's trying to show us that he's turning the corner on his drugs throughout this episode. I can tell you right now, Junkie Jannard ain't turned the corner on them drugs. I'm
Mm-mm.
glad that he got her necklace back,
Yeah.
but he is a walking basket case. She is a stud, and at some point in time, and when I say stud, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not talking about the female that dresses like the male. I'm saying
Hmm.
stud as in she is like tough.
Right.
This relationship is going to be tested, B. Avery, and when it gets tested, which direction is each character going to go in?
We'll see. And well said, man. I hear you, and I do agree with you as far as like, um, some women can, wear one hat over here and then change it up when they
Yeah.
get home. It's just something that I don't mean to crap on this sister. Pretty sure she's a very nice, hard working lady. But it's just something about that scene to me. It just didn't come across that genuine. But I may be alone in that. I may be alone in that. Most likely I am. But you guys let me know what you think about this down in the comment section. Me and Lamont, we look at all the comments and we're dying to know. I'm definitely I definitely do read them and just think about it from a different perspective. So leave those comments in the comment section. Now, let me ask you about this right here, sir. And we're gonna come back to that picture that Jannard had of Mariah or whatever, because I had some commentary there.
Mhm.
But the way that the episode starts off is I had a prediction for episode 7 that Tommy and Mariah was gonna get it on, in this episode. I know you have it on your notepad, but that happened in episode 6. But it starts out like that too. It was a lot of smashing in this episode right here. I think we had at
Mhm.
least 3 scenes. And oh yeah,
Mhm.
Tommy is having a good old time with Miss Fine Ass Mariah right here.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
I,
Yes.
I'm very, very happy for him. Get it in, get it in, get it in. But I'm thinking
Yeah.
like, Tommy, like, what's going on with Miguel? Me personally, I would have been like, hey, bro, what's good? I got some company right now. You can't come in. I'm half naked. I just would have said that. Like, we can talk out here. Or we can talk by the door. You're not just gonna run up in my crib. This is interesting. Did you think that he was gonna catch Mariah there and throw a fit? Or did you think that he's like, no, they're gonna be all right. They're gonna kind of square him out of this one. What was you thinking in this opening scene? When they were smashing and Miguel just pops up out the blue. How'd you feel about that?
I said to myself, B. Avery finally got what he wanted. He wanted that sensual love. He wanted someone very attractive. You got Tommy, you got Maria, and they was getting it into some slow jams, the 80s slow jams. And he was thrashing her, she was thrashing him. I didn't hear no more of those car stick metaphors, but I guess I ain't need to hear it now because he in the panty drawers, touching that pussy fat. But when Miguel came to the door, man, I was thinking to myself, why is it that these kingpin drug dealers let everybody know where the hell they stay at? Why don't they have secret layers so that people just can't run up on your house, take pictures of who you sneaking in the house, or just come to your door knocking on the door unannounced like Miguel did? Not one time did I ever think she was going to get caught. I never was even nervous. I was more upset when she was doing this right here, crying and tearing up, and just looking like Countess Vaughn and shit from the tears. I was more worried about that. I never thought that Miguel was going to catch him because it would be too easy. There's too much story you can tell. There's too many people you can hang over Tommy's head for this information. And when Miguel finds out, not only is Miguel going to go crazy, but the grandma going to go crazy. So no, I didn't think they was going to get caught in that moment. Not at all.
Right. Okay. And I like the grandma too. We're gonna talk about her a little bit later, but I do like the grandma. Somebody that we haven't seen in a while that's popped up here is the parole officer. He coming to get this piss test. He watching them pee. I was kind of laughing and giggling on how Diamond was trying to get him out of there. Like, we good, man. We good. Get out of here, man. But I don't know, man. Do you think something is going to pop off, with the parole officer that's interesting, or you think he just going to be popping up at, getting piss test and asking him to come speak at rallies and such? And, how you feeling about him at all, if anything?
Something's going to pop off with that parole officer. I mean, damn, dude, you got to be in the bathroom. He do better drug tests on his parolees than the NFL do on this damn player. So many motherfuckers in the NFL with drugs. Like, dude, let the man breathe a little bit, but he's going to be a problem. He asked Diamond to go talk at this Crimson Project situation, and he told Diamond to renounce that he's in CBI. We never heard Diamond renounce that he's in CBI. The man said he could get Diamond's parole moved up and maybe even done if he renounces being the CBI. We didn't hear him say that, and they didn't show Little Popo PO anymore, which means to me he's still going to be a problem. He's probably going to be hot with Diamond because he didn't renounce the CBI. But dude's got a problem. I don't know what his problem is, but he's going to be a problem for sure.
I got you. And at this rally right here, man, your boy Diamond was looking sharp in this suit.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time we've seen him in the suit, and I was like, damn, that's a nice little cut right there. I see you, Diamond.
I like that.
I see you.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, man. I just knew it was gonna be chaos. I just knew that somebody was gonna come and shoot up the place.
I thought
and
so too.
Somebody was gonna die. I thought the mama was gonna die. I thought she was gonna get shot in the stomach like Higher Learning. I don't want it to happen. I didn't want it to happen.
You can't rob us of her and her glory.
And don't talk about it yet. Don't talk about it yet.
Okay.
But
them chocolate humps.
man. But yeah, man. This was cool. At the end of the day, I was kind of watching this scene, and when it ended, I was like, okay. I just kind of, I don't know. I guess my expectations were too high. I was just wanting something more to pop off with this right here. But, it didn't. Everybody lived. Then nobody died. Diamond said his speech, and, he put it away and spoke from the heart. And it was kind of awkward, to be honest with you. But it was entertaining. Now, we're gonna talk about the date here. But Diamond did ask her out, and as she was, I don't know if you noticed, but I don't remember I should have wrote it down, but they did name the verbally abusive father. Now, is he the biological father or the stepdaddy?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. I'm thinking he's the biological father. The way he talked, I'm thinking he's the biological father.
Okay. And she made a comment, and I think it was this image right here. I'm pretty sure it was a additional ADR that they added after the fact because we didn't see her mouth move. She was like, "Hey, and don't think I'm stepping out on, oh boy, we haven't been together in a long time." She was speaking about the daddy because I was wondering, to be honest with you, because I can't remember if it was episode 5 or 6, but I was a percent of myself. Okay, yeah, the daddy is overreacting, snatching the water and get out of my house. But I was still kind of mad at her for saying, like, okay, why are you letting this man Diamond in your home like this? You know, just a few episodes ago, and here he is popping up now. I'm like, are you a no good woman too? Like, you know, this is just foul. Like, you know, you're just allowing this man to keep coming back to the house. But if she wasn't with the dude, but they living together because the man said it was his house. This is weird. It's a weird relationship. It's not ironed out to me because Diamond choked out the guy. He's not going to come back. He didn't pop up at all. But this is his house. I mean, like, what he not supposed to do? Go back home? And like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe you can fill in the blanks, but this was just weird to me. Am I making you laughing? But am I making sense here at all?
Yeah, you make
It seemed like this is kind of plot holy here, and they didn't iron out all the kinks. You know, how you feeling?
you're making good sense, man. We don't know what the situation is. Even if it is his house, maybe he's under some kind of court order of child support, and part of his support is making the payments on the house, and he don't want to do anything to mess that up. Um, Maybe it's some situation where you know her name is on the lease, maybe not on the deed of the house, but maybe onto the lease somehow, so you can't throw her out. I don't know what it is, or maybe he was just that afraid of Diamond. What I do know is we haven't seen the last of him, and I
Yeah,
love the way Diamond brought Leon a new comic, and I love the way at the Crimson Project Leon could see that Diamond had eyes for his mama, and he
yeah,
went and
yeah.
stepped and said he's gonna go get them a snow cone and shit. Like,
Right,
bruh,
right.
really? Because that couldn't have been me behaving. Because I wouldn't have left my mama standing there with no man. I don't care how much I like you. No, you got to earn me first before you get them panty draws. So
Yeah,
I wouldn't have been dipping nowhere, getting no snow nothings. Okay, it would have
yeah,
been right
yeah.
there, let me know everything. But you have a point to what you're saying for sure. But I'm sure that the story is going to reveal it to us at some point in time. Because husband is not out of it. He's not out of it. Or
Yeah.
boyfriend, whatever, baby daddy, whatever he is, he's not out of it.
I just needed a few more lines of dialogue of Diamond kind of just asking what the situation is because what he did was noble and cool. You know, like the son shouldn't be treated that way. And, you know, it's
Right.
funny, you know, that he choked him out in the parking lot after he was coked up. But at the same time, how realistic is that? You know, I mean, I somewhat because of the size difference. But I don't know. I just kind of wanted a little bit more from Diamond, just saying, like, you know, hey, so what's up with the father here? You know, what's y'all situation?
Mhm.
She could have just answered him real quick, 30, 45 seconds. And then he was like, okay, well, hey, you know, why don't we go out sometime? But that was just left in the air for interpretation, you know, for us to figure out, you know. But it's she was ready, man. He asked her out. Hey, I'm
Boy.
dropping my son off over here. I can just swing by later on. And yeah, she didn't care about no dinner. She wanted the penis. She wanted that pipe. And
She
bro,
wanted dinner. She wanted dinner.
I
Yes, she
yes,
did.
I did not expect this at all, man. I didn't. Lamont, this sister's fine as hell. She was
Yes.
like, we can stay in, and she was
Hmm.
ready. She was ready. Like, and I gotta say, um, you know, not trying to hurt any ladies' feelings out there, you know, but for the longest time, I remember growing up, like the color red was always perceived as like super sexy and red lipstick, da da da. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
cool for me. I've always thought black was, look better, but man, I have not felt this way in a long time, which I always like saw red lingerie and I was like, damn, she looks good in that. This sister is fine as hell. And
Mm-hmm.
they got it in. They got it in, clapping the
Mm-hmm.
cheeks. Diamond saved some money. I'm teasing, but this was nice. This was nice right here. I did like this. This is probably I mean, they just weren't going just like bow, bow, bow. But that was probably one of the better sex scenes in this whole season for me, at least. Lamont, how do you feel about this, sir? How did
See,
did you see it coming?
B,
How you feeling?
we done figured you out, behavior.
What's
Your
up?
better sex scenes always involve good looking people. That's your problem. If the
Okay.
woman ain't all that good looking, the sex scene ain't gonna be worth a damn. We done figured you
Is it
out
you
with
figure
this.
me out? Okay,
Yeah, we
okay,
done figured you
okay.
out. But bruh, look, all I could hear was Johnny Gill, put on your red dress and
Yeah.
step in those high heels. And she came over there damn near in a trench coat with no clothes on because whatever she
Yeah.
was wearing, be Avery, it was
Yeah.
one clip and it was on the floor.
Right, right,
And I
right.
and I was thinking, like you, that red was on fire. Do you hear
Yeah,
me?
it was. It was.
She came there to give up that pussy fat. You understand
Yes.
me? She
Yes.
came up there to give up them panty draws. There was not going to be no dinner unless Diamond went down there and ate the cookie.
Right,
But
right.
this was some savory soup moment. Those lovely back humps of hers. Oh, geez, boy,
Yeah,
boy,
yeah,
boy, boy, boy. Yeah,
yeah.
and you know what? For those of you that know how I felt about Professor Megram, Professor who?
Oh yeah.
Now that this
Oh yeah.
lady is here, Professor
Yeah,
who?
yeah. I
Okay,
give it that one. I give it that one. Let me ask you
yeah.
this though, man. What do you think her intentions are moving forward? Because I forgot I had that image. That's wonderful too. That's
So
that's
be
nice
more
as well.
careful, boy. Look, see, sometimes actors get all the fun.
Yes, this is true. This is true. Um, we're grown over here. We all know that women just sometimes want to have a good time. Every time they have sex, they don't want to be in a relationship. They just want to sometimes get in and get out. Sometimes they may just want it one time, like, hey, I just want this brother was cute, he was fine. I just wanted to try him out and kick him on. That could be her mindset. So, what do you think her mindset is? Do you think she actually likes Diamond and wants to pursue something serious with him? Or do you think she just wanted to have a good time? You think she just wanted to, what's the saying? I'm here for a short time, not a long time. You think it's that, or she wants something long and fruitful?
No, she wants something long and fruitful, but at the same time, she wanted a good time because obviously she ain't had that thing beat up in a long time. It was cobwebs down there in that attic of hers, and she
That's
wanted them
true.
cobwebs cleaned out. But you
She
can
did.
also tell that she seems like the type of woman that wants something longer than that. So I'm here to tell you, just because you meet a woman very quick and you get it, most of the time when it's an older woman and they give you the draws, the mindset of maturity is already there. They're not thinking this is just going to be, one hit or quitter. Because you're mature and you can do more mature things, you thinking that the person you're doing this with is probably mature and might want to pursue something with you. So, no, I see her being a lot more mature and wanting to pursue something with David. And I'm just worried that she might want to pursue the negative aspects of David and the drug game. And next thing I
Oh,
know, he's going to be running around here as a kingpin, and she's going to be on his shoulder.
I don't see that. I don't see that happening at all. But we'll see. I've
Yeah.
been surprised before. I was surprised at the end of this episode. I like that you used the word mature, and I may come
Mhm.
across a little immature now as well. I mean, what males what's the like, okay, when men turn 18, that's our 18 to 21, that's our sexual peak. And I think for women it's like around the lower 30s, but I'm pretty sure she's much older than that. And yeah, like you said, the older women get, the older everybody gets, the more mature they are. You know what I'm saying? They're not really worried about social norms and being judged. Well, like, we grown. If I
Mhm.
want to smash, I'm gonna smash or whatever. And okay, and if
Right.
you think I'm this, okay, I don't care. I'm gonna keep it moving. We all know that. But at the same time, if she does
Okay.
want to pursue something long term, she should
Mhm.
have made him. She should have made him wait a little bit longer. I mean, I was like, damn, like that was just a little bit too easy, in my opinion. You may disagree. You may
Yeah.
disagree. Some he's like, yeah, I do.
I do.
Some men are turned off by that. Some men don't care. Um, but I was just like, damn, you wouldn't
Here's the
want to.
thing, B. Avery. This is what I'll say. If you really turned off by getting the draws that quickly, then don't get the draws. Just don't stick your penis in it. If it turns you off that bad, don't touch her. Tell her, you know what? It was nice knowing you. I'm going about my way.
It's not okay. That's true. It's not about being turned on or off, but we made. Well, before I say that, let me ask you this: have you never in your life, because you're a bit older than me, you a bit older than me, have you never in your life got it quick and be like, damn, I kind of, well, I'm about to tell on myself because I mean, well, okay. Let me just ask you: has there ever been a time in your life where you got it real quick and you lost interest, or you was like, damn, that was too easy, or anything like that? Has that ever happened to you before?
For me, there's been times I got it quick, yes, but when I did get it quick, I wasn't that interested in said woman anyway.
Okay, okay.
And there have been times I've got it quick with women I'm very interested in, and it lasted a long time.
Okay. I mean, there and the thing about it is, I mean, I don't want to just tell all of myself. I mean, I've had sex on first dates before,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking of one woman in particular. I still respect her more than a ton of women I've met, in my
Mm-hmm.
life. But man, it
Mm-hmm.
really well, I take it back. I take it back. I take everything I said back because I'm also acting as if they did not already have a relationship prior to this. I'm up here speaking as if they met 10 minutes ago and then smashed, like, they at the club or parking lot pimping
Yeah. Wasn't
outside,
like that. Wasn't like
and
that.
he gets the number 10 minutes later, they knocking boots in the back seat. That's not the case at all. They met at the barbershop, the
Mm-hmm.
training. She done probably dropped him off a
Yep.
few times. He done already came
Yep.
to the crib. So I'm tripping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Ladies, don't beat me up in the comments like, who is this Brandon guy? Judge. Okay.
No,
I had
and
to
B, there's going to be
reanalyze what I.
plenty of women. There's going to be plenty of women who feel like the longer you wait, the better. But there is a sweet spot for most
Yeah,
people. There's a sweet
right.
spot. You don't want to wait too long, but at the same time, you probably don't necessarily want to give it up. But if you do, I think it's better that you're an older person because if you do, you can walk away from it a little easier without the emotional scars that a young woman would have if she just gave it up and cared about someone and they just turned their back on them or whatever. And
And
so,
look, and I'm not telling them myself. I can pretty sure I got one woman watching this. Oh God, just probably like, wait a minute. B probably has never had a woman walk into his house and just take her clothes off like that immediately. I'm not saying yes or no. I'm not trying to. I've done this. Look, I'll just say how you get what I'm trying to say. I'm just not doing the
yeah,
best
yeah,
job
I'm
of
with you.
articulating my words.
I'm with
I am as experienced as I need to be. Let's just say that
you.
much.
That's right. Right.
So yeah, I want to, I do want to dial back my comments because I just kind of, I don't know why, I just kind of completely forgot about the rapport they built up, and again, it don't matter, they're older, so it,
Yeah.
it was a good
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
It was a good scene.
Lovely.
Yeah, it
Professor
was yeah.
Who I done forgot.
Yeah. I'm interested in seeing though, what's going to happen next in episode 8 and their relationship in particular.
Yeah.
uh but yeah, man, what's burning on your chest right now that you want to talk about? I've been running the relay here. What you got on your mind that you like, oh, be this right here, man, I can't wait to talk to you about this. What you got?
So Miguel and Chet. Tommy drops a plan on Miguel's head. Miguel goes to Chet, tells Chet we need to cut out them Serbian MFers. Chet decides, okay, I'm gonna listen to what you gotta say. It's a good decision. He goes and steps to Mucinex, Merkovich, and tells him, get the hell out my face or get on your knees and suck my penis.
Yeah, basically.
Merkovich was like, dude, I got pride. You know what I'm saying? I got Serbian pride. I don't get down on my knees. And I love that exchange of dialogue because Chet was like, you're starved. Or something, paraphrasing something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That dialogue was everything to me right there in the subway. I loved it. That was good. But I also am burning on the grandma.
Yes, let's
Now,
talk about her.
this grandma who was having a conversation with Miguel about his granddaddy
Mm-hmm.
and how his granddaddy was manipulated by white Contras. If y'all didn't know, something they talked about on Snowfall. White Contras basically manipulated his granddaddy. Came in, the granddaddy got comfortable. Somebody whispering in his ear, and that's why she called white men the devils,
Mm-hmm.
because she's got that animosity for whatever they did to the granddaddy, and she's telling Miguel, "Look, dude, you ain't come up with this fucking plan.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy did."
Tommy, did
And
she
I
already
told
know?
you,
She know what's
yeah,
up. She got the wisdom. Right.
She's seen it. She's seen it from her husband,
Right.
his grandfather. Like, don't be fucking around with these white people. Well, Miguel swears he's got it under control. Miguel thinks that he's going to undercut Tommy. And he goes on, lets Tommy and them walk up in there with him and tell him we need more product for less price. And Miguel goes for it, which tells me Miguel is not the brightest tool in the shed. Remember what I was saying? Whenever you have an evil person who feels like he's got to intimidate his subordinates with beating them and torturing them, that's usually a sign of a weak leader, not a strong one. And that's
Really?
Miguel. Yeah, he's not that bright. He's not that bright. He's not that bright. Mm-mm.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I like the scene with the grandma because she was putting them on game, but it seemed like Miguel had a plan though. Like he was up because he kept reiterating, like, I hear you, mama. You done told me the story a million times, but I'm also a few steps ahead as well because I'm gonna do this. I mean, I forgot exactly what he said, but he's like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this because he was well, I don't want to say his plan didn't work because he was telling his mother that he was going to go see DSD the next day. But Tommy and them beat him to it. And when we get there, he was like, F Miguel, if you can beat the price, that meeting still has not taken place. And so do you think that it still can? Maybe episode 8, episode 9? No. I mean, they're going to have a conversation though. They're not just, they can't happen off screen. They're going to have a conversation, I think. You don't think they're going to have a conversation?
No, because the leader of the DSDs, who looks just like Ice Cube's little brother minus the weight, he done basically told you there's racism going on between him and Miguel. He don't like Miguel because Miguel thinks he's better than him because he's true Mexican, and he picks on him being Puerto Rican. And he would rather do deals with a white guy than with a brown person who thinks they're better than him. So, little Ice-T up here with all his damn pit bulls, he is happy to do business with Tommy. Miguel thought that he was going to be able to be the only distro in town, but he needed the DSDs, and he doesn't have them. And so what the grandma said about Tommy coming and eventually going to supersede Miguel is about to happen, but Miguel is thinking in his mind, well, Tommy was going to have to go to Chet to get the drugs. No, he's not. Chet ain't the only game in town with drugs. And if Tommy done already unified all the other fashions together, he's unified everybody else together.
Wait. You said Chet is the only person. You said Chet is not the only person in town with the drugs.
He's not going to be the only person in town with the drugs. No.
What are you talking about? Ain't Chet the plug? Ain't Chet the cartel?
He's the plug now, yes, but he's not the only person doing cartel things that's bringing it in. He's the main person for the Estrada, but it is very simple to have one of the other kingpins that's bringing in drugs from somewhere else to hook up with Tommy. Very simple.
Who else? Everybody in Chicago is getting the drugs from Chet. Chet is in Mexico, ain't he?
Wherever he's at.
But I don't want to say he's in Mexico. They're in Chicago, so Mexico. There's nobody's above Chet right now, or
nobody's above Chet Estrada. Nobody.
Okay.
What I'm saying to you is that the only place drugs can be imported from?
Well, of course not. Of course not.
Yeah, exactly. We still got Ireland we can contend with, and if Vic can get his stuff together with them, they can import drugs for him. Tommy, Tommy can go up north and get the drugs. And if Tommy takes out Miguel, what choice is Shet gonna have other than to work with Tommy? Because Tommy done band together everybody else. You think Shet gonna say no? They probably making Shet $60 million a month. And you think he's gonna lose 2 months of that to avoid working with Tommy? Nope, he's not.
So you think Tommy gonna take out Miguel?
It's gonna have to happen. It's gonna
I
have to
don't know.
happen.
I don't know if I want that to happen though. And I kind of like Miguel. I remember at the very beginning of the season, I was telling you that I thought Miguel was a villain, and you was like, no, he's not a villain. B, he just a different player in the game or whatever. And I've kind of got a liking. I kind of got a liking for Miguel now, and I think he's gonna be okay, especially with him getting the game from not his grandma, but his mom. I don't know. I think he may stumble, he may fall and sprain his ankle a little bit, but I think he's gonna be all right. I think he's gonna be all right. But you think he's gonna get out of there somehow?
Yeah, and that grandma, man, she had me laughing, talking about all the turmoil she went through just to get to America, and
Mm-hmm.
she just has a hatred of white guys. And if the type of things that have happened historically to people of color in this country, and things that was worse back in the day, you can understand why she has a disdain. You can kind of
Yeah,
understand
yeah,
that, and she doesn't want to see her grandson succumb to the same foolishness that happened to her husband, and he's
right.
about to do it. He's about to do it.
Okay, okay, I got you. I got you. How you feeling about Stacy here, man? Leader
Oh
of the
Lord.
police force, and
Oh,
everything. She getting a little bit more bold every episode. I want this answer and I want that, and I don't give a damn. And Vic, you ain't running nothing, and we're gonna play with your balls and cut them off if you don't give me the answers. And you know what, yada yada yada. Yada. How you feeling about her? And also, how you feeling about Miss Squat Lady? I remember you said she works out.
oh,
A couple
oh!
of episodes ago.
I was about to say, I love the introduction of Lori Lewis coming in there looking like
Yeah.
she ought to be in somebody's gym wearing Gym Shark attire. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. And
Mm-hmm.
what she did was come in there and put all kinds of pressure on Stacey Marks, as if Stacey didn't have enough pressure on herself anyway. Lori just came in there and dropped more on them because she told her, if you don't get me something soon and quick with all this money we spent, your ass is fired. And that sorry ass wig you're wearing, I'm gonna take that too. And the DNC can put somebody else in this seat with a better hairdo. That's what Lori told her. And
I don't like her hair. Her hair is better than Shanti's at the party, but go ahead.
now that's true, but that's not a high bar. Okay, like that
That's
bar is
funny.
real low,
That's
real low.
funny.
But you know, she's under immense pressure, and it's causing her to make stupid decisions right now. Very
Yeah.
stupid decisions. People was warning her about the way she should handle Vic. She wouldn't listen, to the point it got my main man Vargas in trouble. It got Vargas in trouble. Vargas admitted to Vic that he has a daughter. He's got a family. And B, the minute he said that, I knew in my heart, I was like, he's about to die. I knew it.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
because they was trying to make us get an emotional tie to him like that
That's
through
true.
words and not through
Mhm.
action. It wasn't enough action for us to be touched. So when he died, I didn't lose no sleep. Um,
We'll come back
but
to that.
yeah. But Stacey Marks is in over her head right now. She's doing too much, and the only eye she had is shut, and that was
Yeah.
Vargas.
As far as doing too much, I don't know, man. It's funny her character, because she just has this hard exterior in front of Vic.
Mm-hmm.
It intensifies. Um, she's cool to me. She's okay. I don't like her, but I don't hate her either. Um, but you're right. I probably should have saw the foreshadowing, man, because Tommy is smart. When Vic and Tommy were rolling around at the very beginning of the episode, he was able to make the call like, oh yeah, they're watching. Let's switch out the
Right,
burner
right.
phones. I see him right over there. He was like, hey, this dude made you. You don't know how to hide. I know what I'm doing, and all of this. So I guess I should have saw the foreshadowing of you about to die, but
Mm-hmm.
Just look at this right here. You all out in the open. You ain't trying to hide or nothing. You know,
Exactly.
like damn, bro. You kind
With
of brought that on yourself in a way. You
with
know what I'm saying?
Tommy, of
Yeah,
all people, with Tommy. Come on, bro.
yeah,
You
yeah,
can't be
yeah.
doing that.
Can't
And
be doing that.
I don't know if you've seen it. Did you see when all the different gang fashions met in the old movie theater? Did
I
you
was about to
notice
ask you that next.
one of those guys was David Otunga, Jennifer Hudson's ex-husband. He
Bro,
was the guy
yep,
right
right
there.
there.
Yep, right
Yep,
there, right
yep.
there. Yep, yep. They actually gave him a couple of lines of dialogue. I'm like, they done turned my man. He went from WWE to Chicago to Power ER.
yeah,
Like damn,
man.
dude.
Yeah,
So I thought that was pretty funny and interesting to see him in the show. But
yeah. I didn't know
I
that. I didn't know
also,
that was him at first. But I was
mhm,
like, is that him? But I didn't feel like rewinded. I just looked out and got this image right here of him.
yeah,
But go
that's
ahead. I'm
him.
sorry. Go ahead.
That's him. The bigger question with Tommy trying to be the head of all these fashions, every 5 minutes they about to fight each other. How
Yeah,
long are you going to keep these guys under wraps before someone breaks down and starts fighting each other? Is what I
yeah.
want to know. And
This
that's
is
what I'm
true.
asking you, the audience.
Um, I don't think it's gonna be some infighting. I like the way it just didn't flow just so smooth. Like, yeah, we're gonna get along. We're gonna have this coalition, and everything is gonna work out. You know, they was ready to whoop each other's ass at first. And initially, I was kind of confused. Like, who are all these people? Like, at first, I was like, "Isn't this all the same crew? Why y'all beefing?" Then I was like, "Oh no, excuse me. This is what they talked about last time. We're trying to put everything together." And so, you know, that was kind of interesting right there to me. Let's see here. Um, we also we got Vic and Jannar here talking. He was like, "Yeah, I know your sister came to me, trying to cut a deal, but I cut her loose, and but oh, that's the wrong image right there. What was I about to ask you? How did you feel about Tommy finally meeting up with Shanti? Because he showed up at the at her club, at her
Mhm.
establishment, and was like, "Hey, do you really want to do this in front of all your people or whatever?" How'd you feel about that? You think they're gonna have a nice, fruitful relationship? And at the same time, Vic is outside, like, "Leave me alone, you're gonna get me killed." And we know how
Right.
that turned out. But how you feel about Tommy and Shanti right here? How you feel about that?
I I enjoyed this because for a minute there it was all about who's got the biggest penis. And then
Hmm.
it turned into she can when Tommy's like about how he take care of people that's loyal to him, that resonated with her because look at how loyal she is to Jannard.
Hmm.
And
That's true.
rewarding people for loyalty is something that she does. So probably that was a moment of weakness for her because she's trying to be hardcore when it comes to Tommy. And when
Yeah,
she started learning how he is and what he's about, that seemed like that made her slightly sweet on him to a small degree. So
yeah,
don't be surprised if that's something that comes back later on in the season or maybe next season when there could be a moment she could really hurt him or someone could hurt him and she saves Tommy from it just because of Tommy's the outstanding as a criminal can get. Tommy's that dude.
yeah, yeah. Do you think that Jannard's gonna go back on the drugs? You say he's walking here with your boy,
Yes,
and
yes.
he sees him and like, "Hey, go get the gun," and my thing is, maybe this was an accident. At first, I was like, "Oh, he just wanted to get rid of the guy so he can get some more drugs and go get high around the corner." But it gave him the
Mhm.
boot, and he said, "Hey, I don't want none of that." But you think he's gonna stay clean, or you think he's gonna have a relapse?
No, he's gonna relapse. No
Okay,
way. He didn't want the drugs from SA, but he's gonna relapse. No way. Just no way. Look,
I
I
got you.
thought he was about to relapse when he pulled up at Tommy's house to shoot him. And
Yeah, yeah,
instead, and if it wasn't for the sugar rush of seeing Maria kissing on Tommy, he probably would have relapsed then because he's a fuck up. And he would have
right,
fucked up trying to kill Tommy. Then he would have been strung out on drugs again. But he got his rocks off, got his comic book wee wee hard once he seen Maria and Tommy kissing.
right.
So he's gonna relapse. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, he definitely looked up right there to get that shot, man, because he can definitely hold that over Tommy's head. Do what I want, or I'm gonna send this to Miguel, and you're gonna be
Right.
screwed. And you know, and one thing I will say that I do agree with Shanti. She was like, "Oh no, hold on to that player. Let them
Right.
let Tommy f it up first. She need to. I mean, Jannard needs to hold on to that photo for as long as possible, because he got Tommy by the balls. You know what I'm saying? Don't reveal your trump card too early. That would be a mistake. But Jannard has you know, Jannard was down bad the past few episodes on drugs, getting his ass whooped. He getting his
Yeah,
ass whooped by the
man.
drugs. Earlier, he was getting his
Yeah,
ass whooped by the
man.
Serbs and
Hmm.
all of that, man. But he got one up right here, you know. So he got some power. Let's just see if he listens to Shanti or not, and you know, does what she says and just holds on to it, because you winning right now, player. So don't mess this up right here. Don't mess this up. Because you were, like I said, 16 times, you are winning. You are winning. Now
And then
before
how
go
is
ahead.
he
Oh,
going to use the information? Like, how
yeah.
is he going to go show it to Miguel first, show it to Diamond, or is he going to run to Tommy? What is going to be his plan to use the information to milk it as far as he can? Because Shanti is right.
Hmm.
You let that pig get nice and fat, then we slaughter him. And
Right.
along the way, however you can use that video, he might even step to Maria. He might even
Yeah,
do,
yeah.
so I'll be interested to see how he uses the information.
I really hope he don't try to do nothing disgusting though. Like, since you brought up Maria, like, hey, give me some pussy, or I'm gonna send this to your
Nah, he
brother.
ain't gonna
That
do
would
that.
that would be awful. Like,
He ain't gonna do
I don't
that.
want to watch the show no more if they do that crap.
Right.
You know. So
Nah, he ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna do that.
yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully not. Man.
Do you
Go
think
ahead.
we can get a threesome with Shanti, Jannard, and Claudia?
No,
Cloudy clap, clap back,
no,
Claudia.
no. I don't think that at all. That's a wow. Look, no, no, we cannot get a threesome. Man, I will probably stop watching the show if that happened right there. I do not want to see that at all, man. That would be awful. That would be awful. I don't think Shanti or Jannard wants her. You know, I can see Claudia wanting Shanti,
Definitely.
definitely, but I definitely cannot see Shanti, and if so, maybe just one time to laugh at her and kill her or something like that. You know, nobody is exempt from dying on this show. I didn't think they were going to kill Walter Flynn, you know, and Polly, but they did that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, man,
Tommy's
this is
exempt. That's about it.
well, yeah. Tommy is exempt. Tommy is exempt or whatever. But yeah, man, you called it, man. They revealed that the cop had a daughter, and you was like, oh, they're trying to get us emotionally attached to this character right here. He's about to die. He is about to
Mm.
die. And I didn't see it coming, man. I really didn't. I didn't see it. I just didn't see it coming. And you did. I'm
Mhm.
impressed, man. So what do you think that Vic made the right decision at this time to kill the cop? How is Vic going to get out of this? Because the we didn't see him put the tracker on the car. We didn't
Nope.
see that. But let's just assume he did. Let's just assume that I forgot what his name, Stacy or Stephanie?
Stacy.
Stacy. Let's just assume that he did put the track on the car.
Mhm.
She knows where her agent was posted up at. She knows
Right.
what Tommy's car is. She's not
Right.
stupid at all. She's,
Right.
given the position that she made it to. Do you think that she's going to put two and two together and figure out exactly what happened with Tommy telling Vic to kill her agent like this? Like, well, how
I
do you
mean,
think it's going to play out, man?
she might not even have to put two and two together, because for all we know, that tracer was, I mean, the wire was probably still on, and because of Stacy's recklessness in trying to put all this stuff together so quickly and not giving enough space for Vic to do what he needed to do, this really goes back on her head. And at the end of the day, she's not going to do a damn thing to Vic because he's in too deep. And Vargas's death is on her head. Vic is in too deep. If she arrests Vic right now, it's not going to hold water to what the main goal is, which is to bring down Tommy and get to the Estrada family. That's the main goal. If you take down Vic for shooting the cop, that helps you get nowhere closer to that. And the DNC is going to take her and that windshield wiper wig she's wearing and throw them both out.
I don't know, man. I don't necessarily want to say that it's on her though, because she got the DOJ on her neck talking about, hey, if you don't give me results, then you're getting fired. Because she brought up the money, the $1 million that she, because at first the DOJ came up in there, I need results, and then she presented what she had, and the DOJ lady was like, okay, well, hey, that's actually some good news, good job, keep up the good work. It was the agent's dumbass fault. Why are you going to go meet somebody in the middle of the park? The middle of the park, nothing but green pastures around. You're trying to get caught, bro. There's so many places you can meet in a McDonald's bathroom, bro. Like, there's so many places you can meet. He want to pull up right around the corner earlier, taking pictures through the. I mean, this dude don't want to tint his windows or nothing. Even though I wish he was still here, he kind of brought it on himself. Just like, hey, I'm over here surveilling you. You don't see me because I'm still. Like it just. What I said out of to say is I don't blame Stacy for his death.
I do.
I don't.
I mean, I'm not. You've convinced me not to give her all the blame. That Vargas gets some blame, but if it wasn't for Stacy Marks only wanting to keep this thing just between her, Vic, and Vargas wouldn't have been in any of those situations at all.
Okay. I got you. Well, Vic, man, I cannot wait to see what's going to happen next time, man, with you. This is quite interesting right here. I also, just real quick, man, I forgot to mention this. We got Jannard. Why was he trying to kill Tommy? That's not a smart move at all. All you're gonna do is piss off your brother.
He was having withdrawal symptoms from the drugs, and I heard that the ride down is just as intense as the ride up. And so I think that was just withdrawal symptoms for him. He's blaming Tommy for all the ills in his life, and he was going to go and do a sucker move and just try to take him out and blame it on somebody else.
I got you. One of the last things I want to talk about is like I was mad at Tommy for answering the door like this, outside. Like, well, I guess it really don't matter because Jannard knew Tommy lived there. And
that's the problem, B. Avery. Yeah. If you like some drug kingpin, you need to have a secret lair. Like, don't just be like, I'm tired. Like, it got on my nerve. Everybody know where Tommy stay at. Damn, Miguel, Jannard, Maria, Diamond popped up at his house. Vic has popped up. Everybody know where you, bruh. Get a secret lair. There is no reason your enemy should know where you stay at unless somebody done ratted on you.
That's true. Well, Lamont, man, what happened in the episode that we haven't talked about yet, or have we gone over everything?
We went over everything.
Anything else you want to get off your chest?
Nah, man, we went over everything, and we talked about the stuff that didn't happen. I'm just ready for next week. I'm ready to hear what the audience wants to say about the story, and then we'll be off to the races.
Already, man. Already another great episode. Again, I've liked every episode this season, except for episode 6. That was, kind of that Shanti thing really rubbed me the wrong way at the end. But she came through as a much better character this time around. And yeah, man. And I wish I was Diamond right now because he clapping all the cheeks.
Lord, yes, he is.
That was wonderful. But now, guys, that is going to wrap it up for our recap review of the latest episode of Power Book 4 Season 2. Titled Chicago is heating up. Things are really heating up in all types of directions, and we can't wait to see what happens next and also engage with you guys in the chat. Again, Lamont, I want to thank you so much for joining me today, my brother. I really do appreciate it. And before we get out of here, man, what do you have going on your channel for all the good people out there?
I am also reviewing the new show on NBC called Found, stars Shanola Hampton. She was the black sister on Shameless. Love her. If you could congeal and make the perfect African American superhero, she is it. The show called Found is really, really good. Take a look at that. And then, of course, this weekend I will be going live, and Rojas himself, J Mo, will be in the building taking your questions, talking about what he knows behind the scenes and what's going to be happening in front of the scenes. You don't want to miss out, and you never know. B. Avery might decide to show up, so come check us out.
I might, yeah, man. I wasn't able to make this last one, but I'm gonna try to pop in there as much as I possibly can. And if this is your first time, checking out my channel, like, hey, these guys talking about power. Let me click on the button and see what they're talking about. Come through. I got movie reviews, spoiler movie reviews, martial art movie reviews, series reviews. I mean, you can see it right here on the screen. You know what I'm saying? We having a good time over here. And so hit that subscribe button. The next live I will be doing, I will say tomorrow, but because we're recording this Wednesday. So by the time you see this, it'll already have happened. But I'm also covering Loki season 2 on my channel. And so even though y'all are seeing this Friday morning, go back and look at the recap for Loki season 2, episode 2. What is Sylvie's plan right here? So if you're into Marvel, if you're into the MCU, go ahead and check all that out as well. And I also had a live and a recap for episode 1 you can check out. And every Sunday, I talk superhero comic book news. So check that out as well. Your boy would really, really appreciate it. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we both want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery, that's Lamont, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.